We, Children from Bahnhof Zoo is both a book and a film that tells the story of Christian F., a young German teenager caught up in drug addiction in the 1970s. Although they share the same main theme, there are some significant differences between the book and the film. First of all, let's introduce the plot of the story. We, Children from Bahnhof Zoo is an autobiographical novel written by Christian F. and Kai Hermann, first published in 1978. Christiane is a 14-year-old girl who lives with her mother and younger sister. Attracted by excitement and rebellion, Christiane begins to explore the world of narcotics. She meets a group of friends, also drug users, who frequent the Berlin Zoo, a famous meeting place for young drug addicts. The story unfolds through Christiane's eyes, showing the ups and downs of her journey into drug addiction. Christiane and her friends are drawn into a vortex of violence, prostitution, and degradation. The author describes without filters her descent into the tunnel of drug addiction, showing the dark and devastating side of it. The book also highlights the failure of the institution and drug policies of the time to provide support and effective solutions for young drug addicts. As Christiane attempts to free herself from her addiction, she faces numerous obstacles and relapses along the way. We, Children from Bahnhof Zoo is a raw and realistic account of drug addiction, highlighting the devastating consequences this choice can have on the lives of young people. The book offers a brutal but necessary insight into a widespread social problem, seeking to raise awareness of the reality of drugs and their destructive effects. Let's analyze now the differences between the literary work and its film adaptation. First of all, the depth of narration. The book, written by Christian F. and Kai Hermann, offers a more detailed and in-depth view of the experience of Christiane. Through writing, Christiane is able to explore her thoughts, emotions, and her addiction process in a more intimate way. The film, on the other hand, focuses more on key events and the main plot, offering less space for psychological insight. The timing. The book, in fact, was published in 1978, while the film was released in 1981. Although both are based on the real story of Christian F., the book has the advantage that it was written almost simultaneously with the actual events, offering a more immediate and authentic perspective. The historical and social context. The book and the film reflect the social context of the 1970s in West Berlin, characterized by the widespread use of drugs, especially among young people. Both highlight the difficulties and temptations that young people faced during that period, but the book also offers a broader overview of the socio-economic and cultural conditions that contributed to the spread of drug addiction. The visual representation. The book depends on verbal description of events, emotions, and environments. The film, instead, uses visual and sound images to convey the experience of Christiane. This can influence the perception of the viewer and offer more immediate emotional involvement than reading the book. The reduction and adaptation. As is often the case, the transition from book to film involves reductions and adaptations. The film focuses mainly on the linear narration of the main events, eliminating certain details and subplots present in the book. This can result in a loss of nuance and a simplification of the complexity of the original story. In conclusion, both the book and the film deal with the theme of drug addiction and tell the story of Christian F. However, the book offers a more detailed and in-depth narrative, while the film focuses on the visual aspect and the main plot. Both mediums have their strengths and offer a unique perspective on the experience of Christiane and the reality of drug addiction.